All right, welcome to another episode of Free Code Friday. My name is Jason Bach, and this is episode 4, and we are still in my Rocks code base. There's lots of other things that I want to do there with other code bases, other ideas, other projects, and this one's just continuing on and on. Though I'm hoping that in this episode, maybe the next one, I'll finish this. I might even finish the things I want to do with this episode. I'm not sure. And I might actually just cut it short because I'm not prepared to get into the next thing that I want to do just yet. But saying all that, what I want to do is fix a couple things. So if I go back to my list here, these two I'm hoping are kind of related. And what I mean by that is, if you've been watching the previous episodes, I've had this nagging thing that shows up with one of the tests when I run it in .NET Core that it's failing, but it's some XML bizarre thing. In fact, let me just run them now so you can see what I'm getting at. So I'll let these run. And I think it's always the .NET Core one that comes up. That's the one that it fails on. But the point is that I'm hoping by something that I want to fix with my tests anyway, is that this should just go away. Or if it is, then fine. But it's something to do with getting a directory name, round trip with XML. So something to do with a serializer. And there's tests that I have because, unlike some other mocking frameworks, my mocks can actually be serialized if you choose it. I think there's a switch I can say don't do it because it doesn't generate anything, but if you need your mock to be serializable, it can do that. And so I have a couple tests just to make sure that that works, and for some reason this one's failing. But what I'm hoping is I can get away from having this just as console apps and doing it here. So now the thing that I'm getting at is if I look at this project and say, well, what is this? It's a 2.0 standard, .NET Standard 2.0. Okay, that's fine. But the problem is that if I go into saying test, Windows Test Explorer, and let's just make sure that, yeah, okay. I got a new box a couple weeks ago, so some of the things don't quite show up. No tests show up, okay? Which kind of sucks, because I want my tests to show up here. So, oh, by the way, there's something on a project that I'm on right now. Somebody said you can move actually these things all up into your property group and not have those as conditionals. So I'm gonna put that on my list here because I want to do that. So move all props from. Now I'll remember what this means. Configured property group to main property group, because you can actually take these and stick them up here, and you don't need them in both places if they're exactly the same thing. So okay, fine, neither here nor there. The thing I'm trying to solve is that this is a .NET Standard 2.0 project. Okay. Well, you can't get them to run in the Test Explorer. So what I was doing is I actually have this here, which is just using this auto run thing, and that is, I think, an NUnit thing, if I remember right. Yeah, NUnit Lite. And so what this is doing is it's just saying find all the tests in this assembly and just execute all of them. And so this is a .NET Core project. If I look at this, it's a .NET Core project. But if I look at this one, I believe it is also a .NET framework. Yep, 4.7.1. Okay, so this is fine, it works, but it's a pain because if I do run into something in a test that's failing badly, and I don't know why, to actually debug and step into it has been quite painful. Or not painful, just, oh yeah, it's a pain. And typically, I don't actually spend a lot of time running into debugger. In fact, this is one of my crusade things. I try to get people who are .NET developers, if they're in Visual Studio, to just stop hitting F5 all the time, and to not do it as your default workflow, because your users don't run your code under the debugger. They don't have your executables running it under a debugger. Why should you? And that's not a knock on the debugger tools. Yeah, I have nothing against those at all whatsoever. But the problem with it is that you can get some behaviors in debug mode, and I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I have seen this where if you run the app in release mode and then you run it in debug mode, they don't act the same sometimes. There are cases where you will see different behavior, and I don't like that. So I only go into the debugger when I absolutely have to, and I can't figure, like all the unit tests I've written and all the reviews I've done in my code and everything else, there's just something that's coming up that I can't figure out. Okay, fine. Then I will go into the debugger and use those tools the way they should be, but I don't default to that model. I don't default to that mode, and neither should you. So if you're doing that, stop it. Get into the habit of hitting Control F5. And also, I would also say your configuration should always be in release unless you have to go into debug mode. Okay, people can argue against that. That's fine, but that's just the way I roll. So I have these two projects, and then I also have to remember to set this to which projects should run. Sometimes I have the Sketchpad project here to get things to run in a to try experimental things out when I've been developing this framework. So it's just been, I don't want that. I just want the tests to roll with the Test Explorer as it is in Visual Studio. Okay, so if I remember right, and I come here and I go to my rock site, I think I already have an issue. I love that it doesn't, and that will bug me. It's got to be that. I ended up in the same place. Yeah, go back in the rock core properties. And I wrote that. Oh. Yeah, I haven't addressed that yet. That's fine. But yeah, I did do that because of something I was looking at. The test is failing under .NET Core. I think it was something called, I had it as NUnit Lite. Yeah, update test not to use NUnit Lite. So the idea is, I was waiting. There was something that I had heard that said that you could actually get, if you did multiple target frameworks. So if I go back here and I say on the test projects, here instead of target framework, you can say target frameworks, and then put in .NET Core App 2.0 and whatever else. But that would work. Test Explorer should be able to then say, oh, you're hitting multiple frameworks, so run this code under those multiple frameworks. That may be fixed now, I'm not sure, but the last time I tried that, it didn't work. So I do have a link here that said, yeah, that there should be something, this adapter. Common project system. Supporting any project format. So people start talking. I think I might have actually put something in here if I remember right. Because maybe I gave it a thumbs up because I'm like, I don't know. I mean, obviously I didn't. But this adapter. Do you need to test adapter in every project you ever want? But they're still targeting just one framework. So, crash and reassemblies with their PDB format. No tests are discovered. So go work around. I use NUnit Lite. But is this closed or is this still open? So they haven't. Well, and it's not even an NUnit thing. It may not be. So. I don't think this is going to be addressed. So what I want to do first, before I go down and try to fix anything, this will be number 46 though, so I want to make a branch that has this in here. So I want to, before I forget, this should be, so we're going to want to call, when I get to the point, the branch is going to be 46 update. Unit tests to shared projects. So what I'm going to do, my idea is to actually make the tests project a shared project, and then reference that from those two projects. They're actually now going to become class libraries, not project or not console apps. And then they're just going to they're going to get that code shared, but they're going to be targeting a specific platform, and then the Test Explorer should hopefully pick it up. But the first thing I want to do is let me get my notes here. First thing I want to do is just do a little NUnit target testing, we'll call it. And so my first idea is, can I do multiple target frameworks with one project? And does that work? Okay, so the idea is to have just one. Okay. And that should work. Well, I don't know if that's going to work. If that doesn't, then I need to do, can I have a shared project with multiple test projects, each targeting one framework. It's like a platform, whatever, but .NET Core, .NET framework, and that would be the latest version. So let's try that. So what I want to do here is let's fire up a new version of 2017. We're not going to do anything in rocks just yet. What I'm going to do is, let's say, file, new project, and solutions, browse here, personal, yes, and we're going to call, what did I say I was going to call this? I need a target testing. Okay, so the first idea is to actually add a new project. And should we make it a standard? Or core wouldn't matter either. Just make it a class library. And I can blast through the stuff and clean it up anyway ever. Okay, so we'll do that. So I got a class library. And I got to go through and add the wonderfulness. So we'll come back over here, and we'll. I always forget the testing one. Yeah, but that doesn't help me. Oh yeah, it's down there. Sneaky, you're sneaky. And then I might as well. Okay, so yeah, you won't let me do multiple choices. So it's got to be the test SDK. If I do these steps right, I think this is the right way to do it. So you need that, and then you need the NUnit library, obviously. And then you need the test adapter. Okay, now that's boilerplate, that's fine. Target test. I can't think of a better word. Doesn't matter. Names matter, but in this case, they don't for what I'm doing. I always forget. It says fixture. Why am I so stupid? No test. Run, assert, true. True. Yeah, here's a true. It is true. Stupid test, but we know it's going to succeed, right? Okay, so because this is already targeting this .NET Core app, okay, so we should at least see this. If I say run all tests, oh, unexpected error. What's the error? Oh, it ran the test. That's interesting. What was the... That was weird. For a brief second there, it said, Now let's just make sure that that actually fails. And it does, so it turns red. Okay. All right, cool. So we have tests that work. Now let's come in here, and if I say target frame works, and I say then at 471, one of our projects okay, that worked. Well, it worked in terms of building it. And if I come here, it should, in debug, and I just told you not to do that, but whatever. But if I say run, well, what did it run for? Like, I can't tell. Did it run for, is there a clear? Yeah, let's see run all. I think it finds the first one, and that's the one it uses, if I remember right. So if I come back into here, and I say edit, and I change this so that this is first, clear it, let's say run, oh, that's cute. So you don't like an exception occurred. The discoverer could not load file or assembly on Unit engine. The system cannot find the file specified. Well, that's wonderful. Well, let's just try it with just one target, but being, I said edit, right? Why are you not coming up? Edit the file. When in doubt, just restart the frickin' thing, right? Edit. Thank you. So instead of just making a target framework, so make it target framework, that, why? Okay, so now it should say I'm targeting down to framework 471, and it does. Okay, good. So let's say run all tests. And you're still getting an unexpected error. Why? Why you don't like that? I don't get it. An exception occurred. Okay, well, this is the fun stuff of FreeCode. It's so much fun. Oh, that's even better. What you... Oh, you stupid... Are you kidding me? Oh my god. That threw you that much that you couldn't... This is from 2016. It was closed. Did it get reopened? Yeah, reopened it 21 days ago. It's been a pervasive problem for a long time now. From Brad. then you had 3.9 package code this framework to start working. Yeah, but I'm using 3.9. And that ain't helping. So, and I don't have a packages file. See, this is a, I know I'm doing something a little strange. Not strange, but this new CSproj file, you may have been noticing that I'm doing this jumping around and opening the CSproj file, which you can only do if you're using this new CSproj format. And it's so much cleaner. That's why I do everything now. And I even want to do like the full .NET Framework projects like this, which you can. But a lot of tools when this came out weren't updated yet, and they had no idea how to handle this. And so I'm kind of wondering if this is the case that's happening here, and that it has no idea how to actually handle this, for lack of a better term. He's got the test adapter, and of course a bunch of other crap that doesn't matter to me, but he had the MS test stuff in there. I wonder if I should just throw something in here and go, hey, I just ran into this. I am. And they could just say, well, you're doing it, here's your problem, you're using this format, but that's fine. And then down on the output here. All right, so we'll see what they say about it, but either way, this is not going to help. And I am spending way too much time trying to figure this one out. But who as a developer has not said that? It's taking a lot longer than I ever expected. So, such is life. All right, so, okay, fine. So I got that comment in there. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to help. This is a little disconcerting because if I go back to my Rocks project here and I do this, you see it is that, and that works, but that's NUnit Lite. It's not exactly the same thing. So what I'm actually kind of worried about here is that even if I do my solution, I'm going to have to suck it up and have a full .NET Framework project in the old CSproj file format, which just but whenever I see that now, I just cringe. I don't like it at all, and because I can't do what I just did here, I can't just go up and edit. I'm gonna have to, you have to do the unload the project, edit the CS file, reload and if you need to at all, and that's God. I know it's the small things in life. It's a first world problem, but it is what it is, and I don't like that. So. So now I have kind of a dilemma in my hand. I don't know if this is actually something I want to do because, well, I do because I want to. I want to be able to debug a lot easier than what I am right now, and I want to see if that error goes away for whatever reason because the file issue problem. So what I could do. Let's do this. So if I do a share project with old CSproj file and new. So what I could do is have one project that's a shared, and then 3 projects, .NET Core, .NET Framework with the old traditional way, and .NET Framework with the new one, and let's see how they work. So this is NUnit target testing. Okay, so actually, okay, so you're gone. Well, you're not gone, because I know the file's still there, because gone doesn't mean gone. That's gone. Okay. You have to go there to do it for some reason. So if I say add a new project, and now where are the shared projects? There is a shared project. You're not there. Well, see, a shared project it's nothing. It's just code. There's nothing to it. As a side note, I want to put a file in the subdirectory just because I want to make sure. So we'll call this shared tests because I can't think of a better word. So all this is a way to dump code. It doesn't compile. It doesn't do anything. So if I add a class root tests, because that's going to be right to root tests. And you notice that is okay, because there's no you don't like come in here and say, see, there's no way to reference any NuGet package at all. You know, not even just NuGet. So the one thing by writing this by hand is I'm going to have to remember framework. I think that's right. And then test public void do it. So it was assert dot true. Okay. There we go. And so no syntax. Like if I don't do that, that's just invalid C#. And so it should say, well, you don't have that there. And so that's an error. But it's not looking to see if you're like what a test fixture is. So if I say compile, there's actually nothing to compile. I'm hitting my F6, which is compile, and it's not doing anything because you're not really compiling anything. Okay. Shared projects are just a they're just files. That's all they are. So if I say here child tests, we'll call that a child, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to tell the difference, I don't think. And we'll say root here. Okay, so fine. I've got my shared tests. Now we're going to add a new project, .NET Core class library. We're going to call it shared tests for .NET Core. Wonderful. And I don't have any code in this one. This one has no code. This one will have the right packages though, so I'm going to want to say test. So I want to do the SDK one. And unit one. And the NUnit adapter. Okay, cool. That's awesome. But now what I want to do is say add reference. Yes, because this is going to allow me to share a project. Yeah, I'm going to be able to pick the shared project. So now what happens is if I come back up here and I do this, you'll notice that it says, oh, you have one project up here. And now all this lights up. And if I say run all my tests, what should happen is I get one test in the Test Explorer. Actually two, because I wrote two. Okay, so that's good. How am I doing on time here? That's good. I want to at least go through this example and see if this works, and then in the next episode I can make a judgment call. Okay, so that's good because it's doing exactly what I think it should do. It's you know, come here. It's a shared project. Okay, so that's awesome. Now let's do add new project. We'll do this. We'll make it a core, but then I'm going to make it a .NET Framework one, and we'll see if that one works. So this is going to be shared tests for .NET Framework. Why my voice went up there, I have no idea. Okay. And now, actually, this is going to be the exact same thing. So if I grab all that, close that, just come here, and just change it, except the only thing that's going to be different is this is going to be 471. Boom. Clean, run all tests. See you fail. Yep. And I bet it's... Yeah, it's the same thing. So that's actually good because this is a whole new project, but I get two running here. Okay, so that's good. That at least confirms that it seems to be that new format. So now let's just go add project, and we'll do the classic that you gotta love how they name this, right? Classic desktop. That just makes you feel so old. It just yeah. This whole screen here, this when they do is add new and whatever. Because if I go standard, why is this still showing .NET Framework 4.7.1 here? Why are you doing this? Stupid project. Stupid dialogue is what it is. Anyway, I'll stop ranting. Now, unfortunately, I have to dig into this world, so we'll do shared. Do I want to? No, let's actually delete this first, because I know that's not going to work. And then let's just make sure that it absolutely goes away. There we go. Come back here. So now let's do an add new project. Put my hazmat suit on. Come in here and let's say shared tests for .NET Framework 4.7.1. Okay, we'll come here. We'll get rid of that. And now I have to reference. I can't just copy and paste. Shared tests. That's fine. It's going to bark because it doesn't know what, but now I need to go manage to get packages. Should still be the same experience here though, in that I want to say test. I get the test. I don't think I need the test SDK though. Let's not do it for now and then I'll come back to it because I don't think I need it. If it's not this new project file format, I don't think I need it. I need the test adapter. That's still needed, but I don't think I need that one. We'll find out. Okay, so let's say clean, build all. You build, say run all of them, and only 2 ran. Did the core? Oh, well, okay, fine. Let's just add it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you actually need to have the test package there for some reason. I don't know why. Test SDK. They must build targets and properties for building .NET test projects. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, so this is not a CS Proj format here. Because you see it's still giving me this NUnit engine crap. Well, okay, so this is sad. This is sad that this isn't going to work right now. But I figured something out, which is good. Which is Right now I can't do this until this error is figured out with the test discovery. Because it has nothing to do with, if I clear this out, if I just say run again, this is, you can tell though, it's actually trying to pick up, well, now it just did, oh, you can go take a flying leap. Yeah, okay, so if I cleaned it, there it does it, and you saw that. Because if I clean it out, clean this list out, and now I'm getting the problem, and if I come over here, I still only have 2. What I'd like to see is actually 4, and ran 2 different ways, and that's not happening. Well, that sucks. So I'm just curious. I haven't actually done this in a while. SourceForge. I'm just curious if it's saying project docs, GUI, team practices. Getting started. Download the zip file. That's funny. So install NUnit and NUnit console. Why would you need console for? That doesn't make any sense. Control script. Okay, fine. You want to run NUnit test and clean machine. Okay, fine. Core and standard. Okay, so saying that you don't necessarily need to test SDK. Why can't we test target.net standard? Test of 538, so they need to update these docs. No, I don't. This is kind of disconcerting to me because I don't know why this wouldn't work. But why this wouldn't work with just a completely clean project. So my last thing here, and my stack, I should have been keeping better notes. But what I did find out is this isn't going to work. It just isn't, because this is not running the tests. So crap. So let's just do simple. The simplest possible thing that I could do, just to make sure that I'm not losing my mind. Okay. Simple test. Class library. I'm going to here say add references, NUnit, that. And let's just say NUnit. Right. Install. And then the test adapter. Install. And I don't, yeah, that should be it. So clear that out. No. What? So we want this to be a test fixture. We want this to be a test. Do it. Assert. True. True. Run. Yep. Same thing. Same thing. So it's got to be a big. I don't know what to say here. It's just not doing what it should be doing. So unfortunately, I'm going to stop here because I'm going way too long now. It's like it's 40 minutes and I need to stop. So the conclusion is with this one though, and this is good that I actually did this in a small project. I didn't try to dive into the Rocks project itself. And this is a lesson that I've learned and I've tried to teach other people, which is they sometimes run into bugs, problems, issues, and I'll say, we'll dig into it a little bit. And I said, well, have you done this in like a separate project somewhere? No. Do that. Try to strip out as much as you can from what you're currently doing and put it somewhere else and just find a way to reproduce it. Well, it's so tied in with this other code that I'm doing. That's kind of a problem in and of itself if you can't pull this out. And I get, sometimes things just end up that way where it may not be easy to do this, but if you can isolate the issue into something separate, that payoff is big, because I didn't have to change anything in Rocks. Yeah, I could have made a branch, tried it all there, and realized it didn't work, and then just undo it. No big deal. That would have been fine too, but I didn't even want to do that. I just want to say, is this even worth doing at all? And as I found, unfortunately, right now it's not, because I'm not going to get the benefit of having .NET Framework work with NUnits. It's something I'm missing. Now it says it's not. I can't find NUnit engine. Is that even like a package I can install? It is. Huh. Well. Why not? What do I got to lose? God. Darn it. Gotta keep. Well, okay. I didn't actually have the NUnit project in there. Who knew? So, hold on. This is going to go longer than I expected, but that is just too bad, because I think I just had a breakthrough. I just shouldn't have deleted all those folders. Damn it. Oh well. Okay, we're going to do a new project. And we're going to do a shared project. Shared tests. Why would you... The Lord. The VS... Okay, because you don't like that, do you? Just skip. Okay. Oh God, nah. I bet I've just completely broken everything, haven't I? Let's close this out. Say yes. You go away. I just don't want you there at all. 2017. File. No. Open. NUnit. Target testing. Name NUnit. Target testing. Fine. We're going to do shared. New project. Shared testing. Don't you yell at me. Thank you. All right. So I don't care about the root. Well, no, I do actually. I'm going to, because I think I'm on to something here. So I'm going to do add class root tests. And now I got to be smart, remembering what all the crap is, using NUnit framework test fixture. Why are you? Don't go into insert mode. Test public void do root. No, because if I'm gonna have do root, then I'm gonna have a child test. I'm gonna say do child. That's gonna be awfully wrong. You gotta be careful with names too. There's variables that if you forget like one character, you look like you're the worst person in the world. You just figure it out. All right. So we're gonna say run. Or I could call them execute. Execute child. What the hell are you doing? Run root. Why am I even like struggling over this? True. 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 The true. I like that movie, by the way. Cloud Atlas. That's a very divisive movie. I know people either love it or absolutely hate it. And I, for one, liked it. But I get it. Some people didn't. And that's fine. Alright, so a child test and root test. Okay. Doing the true. So now, I'm going to add the .NET Core one first. So we know that works, but we got to make sure we have the same setup that I did before. So, shared testing using .NET Core. Okay. Great. Now what I need to do is here when I do NuGet packages is I need to have the test and I need to have the two NUnit projects, but I don't need the engine, which is fine. And then test adapter. Okay, and then I come in here and I say add reference. Now if I say run, I should see two tests showing up here. Why would you say unexpected error? There's no unexpected error showing up here at all. Two found. You're even saying two found. You become a coder and you lose all your hair, and you become a parent and you get all grays. That's what happens. Okay, fine. So those are run. All right. Now here's the moment of truth. Add a new project, and I'm going to do the new way. Shared testing using .NET Framework. Fine. Now I can actually come into here and say edit. I got that there. I want to delete that. Let's edit that. Grab this. Grab that. Except we want to make this a .NET 471. Close them all, but I should say good. Okay, it's got that one, but don't forget, Jason, you need NUnit engine, right? Right. And I'm going to be pessimistic in that this is going to fail badly. But it's... Maybe it's because it's the new way. Maybe if I did the old way, because it's there. It's just sometimes I just want to. Okay, fine, whatever. You still got. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. Come here and just make sure you're gone. Gone away. Do it the old way. Classic. It's like a car. It's like a classic car. Or something. I don't know. Babbling right now. Okay, so get rid of that. And I need to reference that. And then I also need to go through and managing packages, except this time I don't need the test one, I just need NUnit stuff. I need NUnit. I need the test adapter. And apparently I need the engine. No, you still don't work. It did when it didn't have shear testing though, right? If I just made a simple project, that actually worked. I know it's saying 3.7. I know it's saying 3.7. I get that. Yeah, because it's and it just automatically sticks in a binding redirect for you anyway. I wonder if I just say run. I usually don't do this, so run. No, that's, I want to say run tests in this one, but it's not working. I wonder if it's just getting confused. Yeah, I thought I said run all the tests now. Oh, now it's not even. Like it's just purposely ignoring that. Yeah, it would not. It would just stop even trying to do that. Can now load file or assembly engine. But if I just make a project that just has the code within it, that worked. I could go back in the video and look. Right. So now if I just say, you know what, let's add a project, no shared tests, right? And we'll browse, we'll say NUnit. This adapter. And of course I need tests, right? So at this point, I just don't care. I'm just going to say fixture, have the framework come up, test, public void, just do it, assert, true. Okay. Now, well, of course, why? Yeah. You know, I wonder if it's because I have the core project still in here. For some reason, that might be screwing it up, and I just don't know why. You know what, though? I did explicitly, if I say NUnit engine, why that search just drives me nuts. So now try to run them. No, you can't. You just won't, will you? No matter what I do. Well, let's see if my last hypothesis is true. Is that by having a .NET Core project in play, okay, now try it. And if installed, yeah, you don't even need it in there at all. So, okay. So at this point, I'm pretty convinced. What the problem would be is it's not the NUnit engine. It's that I have, in fact, okay, last thing I could do. Yeah, new project. We're going to make it a core app, class library, no shared tests for .NET Core. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, just grab all this. Come over here, do that. Oh, but you, why would you do? Why would you do that? Just put the name there. That's what I was asking you for, right? Test adapter. Again, we need the test because this otherwise it won't work. Okay, so now rename the file. You're supposed to do that on purpose, aren't you? Yep. Okay, so now I'm really convinced that what the problem is if you run tests and you have .NET Core and you have .NET Framework running at the same time, it screws it up. It can't miss. So I'm going to add that to the thing I just did on the NUnit site, just so they have more context to say after playing with this for a while, I figured out that it's if you have a .NET Core project and a .NET Framework project. It has nothing to do with the file format. That just seems to screw it up, and then it can't do this NUnit engine thing. So what I want to do in Rocks, I can't do. But as I was saying, that's okay, because I haven't changed anything in Rocks, and I can just skip this for now. And what I'm also going to do offline is reference in my thing this bug and just say, hey, this is holding this up, and kind of track it that way too. So, oh well, live and learn. I'll move on to the next time. Next time I'm going to do, because I can't do this, we can do that real quick, and then I'm going to do, I don't remember what the reorg dictionary was, but I'm going to do this, which is adding some analyzers to the project, and we'll see if that uncovers any bad things in my code. And hopefully after that, I can move on and do the next thing on my list. So that said, thank you. This was a longer one than I expected, but I didn't want to stop. And hopefully next time I get back to 30 minutes. So please let me know of any questions, comments, whatever you want in the comments section. And until next time, I will see you in my next episode. Thanks for watching.